two thumbs and hasn't been posting games in forever. This guy. Anyways, this is the top two. I don't have the top four of the Arkansas State Championships. It's a little bit unfortunate, but I just didn't have the battery to record, yada yada yada. So this is the top two. Ty Smith, on the right, who we've been following this whole time, ends up making it into here. And he is paired against Josh S., who is a Louisiana player, I believe. I'm going to go with that. And should be a good match. So based on the flip, we can basically tell who's playing what. And it turns out that Josh is playing a fighting deck, a Terrakion deck. We have yet to see, but I believe he does run Landorus as well. And Ty gets off to a pretty good start going first. He gets the level ball here, so he's going to grab out probably another Dynamo. And he has the Thunderous on the bench, so presumably if he has the energy in hand, or the supporter to get the energy, then he can charge. The interesting thing, however, is that Ty grabs out a Tyrogue. And I think this is interesting just in case, Ty can't get out the eel, and Josh is able to attach 2 turns in a row and can just catch or retaliate for KO. But what Ty's going to elect to do is play down the plus power, which seems to suggest that he's going to go for the mischievous punch. Mischievous punch, rather. That's one thing I've noticed, is that Pokemon players have somehow made me pronounce mischievous, or something weird like that. It's a mischievous punch. Anyways, Ty's going to play down a Juniper. And he's going to go out to Tyrogue. Would have liked to have seen an attachment. He might still have it. He double plus powers. There's the attachment. So now a Mischievous Punch and a Charge combined Disaster Bolt combined will be able to knock out that Terrakion. So that 50 damage was a really crucial threshold to hit. And Ty's Tyrogue is asleep. So there's not too much for Josh to do. Turn 1 for his deck, he really just puts energy on the board. He'd like to get out some basics. He benches a Shaman, just afraid of the turn 2 donk. And we're going to see Ty get out that eel. Doesn't look like he has the lightning in his discard, however. He also has his Tyrogue asleep, so he has to get that out. He's going to catch her. And now it's really all about him being able to get that Thunderous active and disaster bolting. So really what he needs is some way to get an energy in the discard, some way to basically get a switch, and another energy to attach using just manually from his hand, and then he can disaster bolt. So it's pretty unlikely set of circumstances. But that doesn't change the fact that Ty's still in a really good position. He's going to bench another Dynamo. And he's just going to have to flip. So he stays asleep, which is nice. Prevents Josh from taking the first prize. Unless he has catcher. Which it might have looked like he did have. He's going to attach an EXP share. Kind of an interesting. He didn't have catcher, actually. It was a super rod, my bad. But now we're seeing Ty attached to a Mewtwo. And a little bit bold, but at the same time, if that Mewtwo can X-Ball, that'll one-shot Terrakion right now with its energy. Ty's going to Junk Arm here for a level ball. And I like that play in that it's getting more lightning in his discard, more dynamotoring energy, more energy on the field. Oh, he gets a Smeargle, my bad. I'm predicting Ty's moves on these level balls, and he keeps going in a different direction than, I expect him to, but, a lot of that's what makes Ty a better Zeel player than me. Anyways, I think he actually just Junipered away that Tyrogue, so I guess not Tyrogue, Smeargle, I guess he just wanted to thin out his deck. A bit interesting, but He's going to Dynamotor to the Thunderous. And Ty is still asleep. This is really not helping. But the fact of the matter is that his opponent is dead drawing, so it's really still, I feel like, in his advantage. He has huge control in terms of the board. And all his opponent can do is just play a switch and I guess attach again. But as long as that Tyrogue's going to stay asleep, which is looking like a long time, and he doesn't have a catcher, there's nothing he can do. Ty's going to gear here, and look how much of his deck he's already drawn through. No one's taken a prize. This is really a crazy game. Looks like he fails the gear. And he's going to Dynamotor, or rather attach to Mewtwo. And he's going to play a dual, dual ball. But that fails, and he's dual balling again, which makes me believe there's actually something he wants, and he's not just dual balling just for the heck of it. And that looks like another Mewtwo. So he's obviously at this point at least a little confident that Josh is not playing a Mewtwo. I know a few builds have. I'm not an expert on Terrakion Landorus or straight Terrakion decks. I have heard of some of these variants running it. But Ty hits the switch here, which is huge. So now he's going to be able to KO that Terrakion with his Mewtwo. And it doesn't look like Josh has much. So if he can't respond, I think it's game. So he's just going to scoop there, and that'll be a really quick game one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. No, there wasn't too much there. Make sure if you did like this video that you leave a rating, like, comment, subscribe, do your thing, and I will catch you next game.